Welcome to the Chatelaine edition of Cityline. As you know, we love profiling what happens in this magazine because it's what Cityline is all about. So we're starting off with Tansey in the kitchen. Come over here.
Hello.
First of all, this looks scrumptious.
Okay, this is ridiculous. This is one pan pasta.
Oh,
so this is,
good.
you chuck everything in one pan.
Yeah.
Seriously, like the uncooked pasta and all the sauce ingredients.
Oh, yes.
And you cook it nice and slow, and then it's like pasta risotto.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Well, listen, that's what I think when I see that photograph. I make that sound in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
that
unfortunately
good.
just make it out loud, which is sometimes embarrassing for
Listen,
me.
food is your passion. You're allowed. We are dealing with eggs because eggs are great. You know, they're a nice, clean protein. They're breakfast, they're dinner, they're lunch.
They're in your fridge right now.
They're in your fridge right now.
Yes.
They're inexpensive.
Yeah. Eggs. We love eggs, and we love eggs for breakfast. We love eggs for dinner, and we're going to do both. We're going to do this really fun squash egg situation here for dinner.
Okay.
But you know, when we started talking about eggs, we started asking around. Hey, what kind of egg would you like us to sort of focus on?
Right.
Is it omelet? Is it scrambled? What is your egg nemesis? Poached.
Yeah.
Everybody said poach, and I was surprised
Freaks
because
us out.
it's so easy.
I know why.
I know. What else can I say? Well, I'm just going to coach you through the exact specifics. There are only a few key points that you need to remember with poaching eggs.
Okay.
And to start, we're going to go simmering water.
Got it.
So you don't want your water to be like
not totally
boiling
bubbling.
like crazy, because not that that's going to hurt the egg, but that when the egg goes into the water, it's going to bubble all over the place, and the white's going to go all over the place.
Right.
So this is going to be just simmering water, and we were just getting this ready, so I'm going to turn it down.
It looks perfect. Is that how it should look?
That looks about perfect. That's about perfectly simmering. I might want a few more bubbles.
Okay.
And then we always add a little bit of vinegar.
Why do you do that?
Well, the vinegar helps the egg white to coagulate.
Okay.
I also love saying coagulate.
It's a good word.
Makes me feel like a scientist.
Yeah, it sounds very smart.
So that's about a tablespoon, and that's just white vinegar.
Okay.
I have used balsamic. I do not recommend it.
Really? The egg came out.
The egg comes out little on the brown side, so you're gonna have to dim the lights if you do that one. But really, any kind of vinegar, even lemon juice would work. You want that acid; it's just going to help it to coagulate.
Got it.
If you don't have any vinegar,
yes,
you can still poach an egg.
It'll still be okay.
Oh my goodness! Because
it's just
all
going
we're
to help
doing
it stay together.
is slowly cooking this in water, and that's why I want this to simmer. Okay, now point number 2. Key point number 2: use an egg. No, that's not it. Point number
I'm with
2:
you.
do not crack the egg directly into the water.
No, because that's going to be a disaster.
Well, it's also, you're probably going to burn your fingers.
Right.
And the egg's going to go flying around in the bowl. So now that I've got my water nicely simmering, I put it in a little bowl. I actually usually use like a little saucer, like an espresso saucer.
Okay.
And then I want to get as close as I can to the water, and the egg as close as I can to the water so that it doesn't plop.
Right.
So I'm just going to gently
dip it in slowly.
Not even dip it. I'm just going to let it fall.
Let it slide out.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that's perfect.
And then acknowledge the fact that the white's going to go all over the place.
Right.
It's probably going to happen, and that is all right.
And that's okay.
So I'm going to do one more.
But for the most part, yours is staying all together.
It is, but you know, that's the magic of the vinegar.
It's coagulating.
It's coagulating.
That's what's
Isn't
happening
it fun
right
to
now.
say?
Yeah. And this looks like a science experiment. It's fun.
I know. Maybe your kids will love it.
Yeah, they will.
So here's another one, just plopping in. Now the other thing is, don't do more than like 4 at a time.
Yeah.
If you're having 12 people for brunch, come on, serve a strata, do French toast, buy something. You do not want to be poaching 12 eggs at a time.
No.
Oh, look, this guy's floating over. He wants to be over here.
They're attracted to each other, these two.
They kind of love each other.
You see that?
Now, while this is happening, and depending on how firm or runny you like your egg yolk, it's going to take a little bit more or less time. We've got all those times right there in the recipe for you. And we wanted to do something about hollandaise sauce, because hollandaise sauce is delicious. Everybody loves their eggs Benedict.
Such a big part of,
And you think there's no way I could possibly do it. There are packaged mixes out there.
There are.
Don't bother.
Don't
if you're thinking about a packaged mix, put a lump of butter on top of your poached egg instead. Honestly, it's way better. Packaged mix hollandaise is awful.
Oh, okay, good.
Awful.
So how do we make our own then?
Well, you can make your own the classic French way, or you can do the healthy way.
Okay.
This is Greek yogurt.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So Greek
That's
yogurt.
A good twist.
I know, and this is so yummy. And the Greek yogurt gives it this amazing tanginess. Yes. Hollandaise has lemon juice in it usually. So Greek yogurt, and then I just start chucking stuff in. Dijon mustard and lemon zest.
Okay.
2 egg yolks. Ooh, is it 2? Looks like 2. Might be 3.
It looks like about 2.
Let's check the recipe.
And you're using the regular Greek yogurt? It's
like
not
a 2%.
Flavored.
Oh no, unless you like your vanilla flavored hollandaise. Not good.
I was thinking maybe lemony. Because you're putting lemon in anyway.
But they put sugar in all that
okay,
yogurt.
forget it.
When it comes to yogurt, just, no. But,
Fine,
but
regular.
thank you. That's just a little tiny bit of melted butter. Now, usually hollandaise sauce has about half a cup to a cup of melted butter in it.
Way more than that.
And this just whisks over, you didn't see I've got it over the simmering water here?
Yes.
Today's key is simmering water.
It really is.
And not only is this delicious and crazy healthy, but it also holds. You can make it in advance.
Okay.
See? And just keep it warm. And it doesn't like separate or anything like that.
That is excellent.
Now, meanwhile, are we still good? Do we have time to take these poached eggs out of the water?
Well, what do you think? Do you
They're
like them
good.
like that? We got 2 minutes.
They do. Now, depending on how simmery your water was, you're going to want to just spoon a little bit of that hot water over the top.
Got it.
I'm going to give these 1 more minute while I just
sure.
talk you through some accompaniments for these delicious eggs Benedict.
Let's do that.
Of course, typical would be pea meal bacon. Nothing wrong with pea meal. Love me some pea meal.
Yeah.
But why don't we crank up the health angle here?
Yeah,
We're going to go with the whole wheat English muffin, toasted.
Salmon.
I'm going to do smoked salmon and sautéed spinach. Because, it's first of all, they go really, really well together.
Yeah.
Second of all kinds of superfood benefits there. Third of all, buy a pack of smoked salmon. Keep it in your freezer.
Yeah.
Serve eggs Benedict with smoked salmon for supper.
Now, you've
Really
met
good.
Dr. Joey Schulman, right?
I
When you're here
have.
on Wednesday, she's all about the smoked salmon. I was
she?
so happy to hear that when I started her weight loss plan.
Yes, it's so good.
Because I love smoked salmon.
Very satisfying.
It's so good.
Now, this, of course, was one of those huge tubs of spinach that we sautéed down.
And it goes right down, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Like
Okay,
tiny shrinkage.
here
a
we
lot of
are.
it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
These poached eggs are pretty much ready. I like them very, very runny, so I like
Yes.
my yolk to go all over the joint.
Yeah, it's part of the fun.
This is when you want one of these babies, either a slotted spoon like that or like this, something with holes in the bottom of it.
Okay.
Then you just scoop this baby out.
Look at that.
And I know,
perfection.
so it's just really, really easy. But here is the key, and this is one that restaurants often forget, and shame on you.
Yeah?
Paper towel.
You got to dry it
This
off.
egg is soaking wet. It just came out of a bath.
That's true.
You got to dry that off. So
Get
you
the blow
put it-
dryer out. Or a paper towel.
Maybe not the blow dryer. That feels a little bit fancy.
Excessive.
But a little bit, just dab a little bit of that. Paper towel is perfect for this job.
You really got to do the dabbing? This
Well-
is very precious.
Do you like a soggy piece
No,
of
I
toast?
don't.
Tracy
Listen,
Moore,
I'm so not
do you
against
eat-
this.
Okay, good.
That's fine. Dab away.
And then this little
We don't want it
baby
to be
just
wet.
slides off of there, and look at him. He's perfect.
That's so good.
Then a
it's
little bit
wrong
of
for me
this-
to ask about mayonnaise since we have hollandaise, right? That would be wrong.
You like all the nays families,
I want
don't
all
you?
8 nays possible.
But look at that. Isn't that just
that's so
fantastic?
good.
And then why don't we hit that baby with a couple of chives?
That
and
looks
of course
great.
some freshly cracked pepper.
That's a fancy breakfast.
Oh, I could
Right?
almost really eat that right now.
Very nice.
But that was super easy. And then if you want to have eggs for dinner,
Yeah.
how about a little curried squash egg in the hole?
See, I had no idea that was squash.
One pan wonder.
And kids will go crazy for
Yeah.
that. It looks like the sun.
Yeah.
They love that. It's like a little happy sun
Exactly.
face.
We got you covered.
So cityline.ca for all of Claire's recipes.